Hi and welcome to Le Studio Marco Primeau. One of you asked about sidechain in the comments, so this video is all about it. Let's go! You might already heard the term sidechain if you're working in video production or audio production. But of course, for some of us, we're not quite sure what it does and why we should use it. So in this video, we're going to do some tests. I'm using Samplitude Pro X5, an audio recording software, but I could also use video production software like DaVinci Resolve, which supports sidechaining as well. Let's go with some tests. So to make our tests, I'm going to use some raw tracks that I downloaded freely. I'm going to put the link in the description. The band is called Human Radio, and the song is called You, Me, and the Radio. What I already did is put all the tracks on my project. I did color code them. I did put some mixed bus for most instruments. So you can see there's a drum bus. So all the tracks goes in it. And then an electric bus, so all the electric guitars goes in, and so on and so on. If we check at the mixing, there's no plugins. If I go from the top of this one, I can deactivate it. There is no plugin, only panning and volumes done. So it's not mixed at all. If you want to listen to a part of it. Now we're rolling down the wind, you and me and the radio. So if we want to do some sidechain, one of the most common thing that we see, especially for video work, is to duck the music when the voiceover is speaking. So what we're going to do is start with recording some voiceover. I'm going to choose this track. I'm going to aim it. I don't want to hear the song, so I'm going to solo that same track. And we're going to use the input of my vocal. I have a microphone in front of me, and this microphone is plugged to the channel 12 of my RMA. And you already see some levels here. So at the same spot, if we want, I'm gonna just record. So this is a test of a voiceover to see how sidechain can help to duck music when the speaker is speaking. So let's test it. All right, let's listen. So this is a test of a voiceover. We can put a bit more volume. Let's adjust it automatically. So this is a test of a voiceover to see how sidechain can help to duck music when so it's not sounding very good, but anyway, for the purpose of this test, we could EQ it and do a lot of more stuff to it to sound good. But if we play the music at the same time, so this is a test of a voiceover to see how sidechain can help to duck music. So of course, if this would be a soundtrack for a video, it would be nice to have the music be lower in volume while the voiceover is talking. So what we can do, I'm going to call the mixer again. So this can work on any DAW. I'm using Samplitude Pro X5, but of course the technique is the same for any DAW that you could use. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take every tracks and send them to a master bus. Right now, they all go to my stereo master, so this is the output going directly to my monitors. But to apply some effects on it, we could do it on the master channel. But what I like to do to have a better control is to create a submix bus. So let's do that right away. Submix. All right. And we're gonna call it main. And so every tracks should go in the main, and then the main will go to my stereo master going to my monitors. I hope I did not lose you now. So I'm gonna select the backs, go to the main, and those tracks too with the effects then can go to the main. And since those are already submix bus containing the keyboards and piano, I won't change where they go. So those tracks goes to the keys submix, and then that submix goes to the main. Okay, same thing for all instrument. Same thing here. And after that, the drums to main, the bass to main, and then electric guitars, main, solos, main. And I think we have them all. So if I play again, so this is a test of, so you saw the levels here. Those are the levels going to the main, and then it goes to the master level. So if I see, one of the great thing of having a master bus before your output is that you can see the output levels and not being forced to put your volume of your monitor at maximum or at 0 dB to see the actual output that the file will do at the end when you export your project. Okay, so if you, I'm gonna play again and check the levels here on my main bus. I think everything is a bit too loud, so I'm gonna address that right away. So this is a test of a voiceover. Usually master channel, the levels that goes on the end project before the mastering should be around -6 or -10 dBs for the peaks. So that's what we're gonna do. I can select every tracks and lower them at once. And it's a good thing to do before starting to mix, because if you overdrive your effects because the levels are too hot, they won't sound as good. Plugins are like that. They're calculating zeros and ones, and you need to send the right levels to them. So let's play again. So this is a test of a voiceover to see how sidechain can help to duck music when the speaker is speaking. So let's test it. Okay, that's not bad. I think we have it. So if I want the whole mix to duck when the voiceover is talking, right here, we're gonna rename it VO for voiceover. Of course, if I want to affect the main submix with another signal, I should not send that signal to the same submix. So I'm gonna take the voiceover and send it back to the stereo master. I could create another submix just for the vocal, of course. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna load the compressor on the main submix. So very straight compressor. Any compressor with a sidechain function would work. So let's try FabFilter Pro C2. And what we want to do is to set it aggressive enough that the levels will go down enough so we can hear the voiceover better. Okay, so let's try it. So this is a test of a voiceover to see how sidechain can help to duck music when the speaker is speaking. So let's test it. Okay, so what I just did is compress the whole mix, and the thing is, it will compress the whole song, not just when the vocal would talk. So what we need to do is select the sidechain input. So it will affect the signal only when the vocal is talking. So when you click on the sidechain input, you can choose any tracks, aux, mixes, sub-mixes, or individual tracks to send to the sidechain. So now we need to select, here at the top, our voiceover. Okay, and if we do it again, so this is a test of a voice. Does not change anything. We need to activate the sidechain in the plugin. So if we go in the section of the sidechain, so you see internal and external. For FabFilter Pro C2, internal means that it will look at the signal after this EQ. If we go external, this means the channel that we chose here. So let's go a bit before in the song. I'm gonna load the mixer so we can see the whole thing, and check the levels when the voiceover will talk.
This Caliente on the road and see how hard it is to stop.
So this is a test of a voiceover to see how sidechain can help to duck music. So in this instance, the release is too fast. So what happens is that the music is ducking fast enough, but between each words, the signal goes back. So the music goes up and down, up and down. So what we need to do is lower the release time, maybe like this, and we check again.
Get this Caliente on the road and see how hard it is to stop.
So this is a test of a voiceover to see how sidechain can help to duck music when the speaker is speaking. So let's test it.
We're going slow.
So you see at the end, the signal goes back slowly. So that's it. That's what sidechain can do. So now you have an idea what sidechaining is. Other uses could be to duck one instrument when another pumps in, like ducking the bass when the bass drum hit. In EDM music, in rap music, dance music, it is often used that way. So the thing is, the bass is so loud that if you put some low frequencies from the bass drum at the same time as the bass guitar, of course, those could be the same frequencies. So it's a good idea to make the bass drop just a tiny bit when the bass drum hit. So those of you who are doing audio productions, I'm going to let you test that in your DAW of choice and put your results in the comments. If you have any questions, if you're not sure if you did it right, we can exchange about it. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please hit the like button, consider subscribing, hit the bell to get notifications, share my videos, and put comments and questions below. I will either answer you directly in the comments or I will make a video about it like I just did. Have a nice day!